I used to think that the greatest trial that a Christian pastor is, and we're always up to our shoulders in trials and people, and I used to think that the greatest trial that a person could go through was to be, because I love my wife so much and we have such a wonderful life-giving marriage, that I always thought that the worst trial you could go through was to want to be married and not find someone, to be single. And there's people here that are single men, and you want to find that person, and God has not yet provided that person, and we're all praying that you won't make a dumb decision to get it done. But I don't think that's the hardest trial anymore. I think the hardest trial isn't being a single person who wants to be married. I think the hardest trial is being alone in a marriage. Being in a Christian marriage, but feeling so alone. No honesty, no real heart communication, no disclosure of anything significant. And the deal here, guys, is open up to your wife. Talk to her. Some of y'all are going to go home from this conference, and that godly woman is at home. Last night, she called her girlfriends on the phone, and they prayed for you at this conference. Now she's up today. She's praying for you again. And she is counting the hours until you're going to be home, and she's going to know you're coming from your text, and she's going to hear the car pulling in, and she's going to be waiting. Will I stand at the sink? I was in the bedroom putting his underwear away again, and now I'm back out here, and where should I stand? And she figured out what to wear when you came home, and you're going to walk in and see none of that and think about none of that and head straight for the TV and say, Hawks game, and and it makes me want to weep. It just makes me want to cry. And listen, you're not even going to see her standing over there, just wanting a few sentences. Just a few sentences about, so what happened? And some of you, she's gonna kind of follow you a bit and say, well, tell me a little bit about the conference. You'll be like, it was awesome. I wish this wasn't true. There are going to be men who came down to the front last night and wept and gave their lives to Jesus and aren't going to tell their wife. I'm going to tell her, man, she's going to raise the bar. She's going to be looking for more. I got to see how this plays out. You gave your life to Jesus, bro. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. Get the flag to the top of the pole. Tell everyone who'll listen. And all of us, when we get home, need to sit down with our wives. And you could even say, honey, I made a note. You could even do this. You could say, look, I've had enough church for the weekend. Don't tell your pastor I said that. I got a half page of things that I want to tell you about. Come sit with me and we're going to watch the game together. Tomorrow morning we're going to go out for breakfast. I've already made a reservation, and I want to spend a whole hour and a half telling you everything that happened. All right? I challenge you to do that.